right, good morning, everyone. I would like to remind everyone to please make sure that all cell phones are turned to the off or vibrate position. Also, please be advised that our city council meetings are broadcast on television, on Comcast Channel 99, and rebroadcast on the radio. This meeting of the Gadsden City Council will now come to order. The chair calls on the City Clerk Ivan Nelson for the roll call.
Councilwoman Toles.
Here.
Councilman Williams.
Here.
Worthy.
Here.
Eccles.
Here.
Billingsley.
Here.
Cannon.
Here.
And Reed.
Here.
We have a quorum present and our meeting is open for business. I'm going to ask President Williams to lead the invocation. Please stand and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let us pray. Father, we thank you for the opportunity to convene here once again. Lord God, we thank you for all of those in attendance. Father, we ask that you continue to touch this body, this city, Father, and the mayor, so that you will grant them, Father, with the wisdom to make sound, meaningful, and wise decisions as it relates to this city, Father God. We ask you to continue to cover those in attendance today. We ask you that you continue to cover this great city and grant us the favor, Father God, to move forward in a unified and a positive manner, Father. And through it all, we will continue to give you the glory, the honor, and the praise. For it's in Jesus' name we ask it all. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The chair will entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the work session and city council meeting held on September 18th.
So moved. Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to approve minutes.
The chair will entertain a motion to ratify payment of accounts for the week of September 14th through 20th.
So moved. Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to ratify payment of the accounts.
Proclamations, Mayor.
Have one today. Would Erica Caldwell come up, please? Anybody with you can come up as well.
No, this is Erica, but he's our spokesperson.
Okay, sorry about that. Whereas, let it be known that the city of Gadsden, Alabama acknowledges the prevalence of domestic violence in this city and in all of its districts. It is declared that domestic violence is a crime that will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law in the city of Gadsden. The city affirms that it does assist the victims of domestic violence by supporting Second Chance through funding and promoting its shelter programs and services. Second Chance is recognized for its work in providing safe shelter, supportive services, court advocacy, transitional housing, educational outreach, prevention education for domestic violence, victims fleeing abusive situations in Gadsden, Alabama. The city of Gadsden resolves to reduce the incidence of domestic violence by promoting awareness of the issue and of availability of safe shelter and services provided by Second Chance. Therefore, be it resolved, I, Sherman Guyton, the mayor of the city of Gadsden, proclaim Domestic Violence Awareness Month and to be observed and promoted throughout the city of Gadsden.
Thank you. In behalf of the Board of Directors and the staff of Second Chance, I'd like to thank the City of Gadsden for this proclamation and its support of our efforts to deal with the problem of domestic violence. We've been operating a kind of support, outreach, referral program in Gadsden for the past 7 years, and it's located at the Family Success Center. I'm happy to say that it appears that we are going to be able to reestablish a shelter here. I don't have any of the details. In fact, these ladies may know more, but it has been discussed, and we're looking to do that. Having a shelter makes a huge difference as far as addressing the problem of domestic violence. So we're excited about that. We thank you for your support, and we hope that support will continue.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you. I did have a quick question. I can remember at one point it was needful that the address of the shelter not be disclosed. Is that still the case?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you for.
Cliff Andrews.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
I want to thank you folks for your support of the community relative to a very, very meaningful cause. So, you know, we wish that you'll continue to support our city, and I think, you know, I'm not stepping out too far by speaking on behalf of the council and mayor. You'll continue to get our support going forward. Mhm. All right. All right, item number 8A is an ordinance adopting the fiscal year 2019 budget. The ordinance was presented last week for first reading and approves the following budgets. The general fund.
Go ahead.
The general fund budget was $51,613,065. The special revenue funds, $7,630,243. The debt service funds, $8,076,124. The enterprise and internal service funds, $313,554. The capital projects fund, $8 million, and the capital projects fund 1, $8 million, and capital projects fund 2, $7.1 million. The proposed general fund budget provides that all entitled full-time employees shall receive a 2% cost of living raise. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, is there any discussion? One point that I would like to make, and we talked about this some upstairs, we have an ordinance on the books that dictates the level at which the mayor will be paid, and that ordinance basically puts the mayor at 3% above the highest paid employee at the city of Gadsden. And the objective back when that was passed in 2014 was to ensure that the mayor would always be the highest paid person as the CEO of the city. Well, obviously, you have a situation now where none of, or at least the majority of the council members here are not interested in a pay increase for themselves, nor is the mayor interested in a pay increase for himself. And so what we've actually taken a look at this from a legal perspective to see if it was possible for us to amend that ordinance. It is possible to amend that ordinance. However, we've missed the window for being able to do it in time for the upcoming term, 4-year term. And so that leaves us with only administrative options at this point. And so one of the administrative options that exists is a diminished earnings statement from an individual. which allows that individual to decline an increase. And so there are a number of council members who've already signed those, and the mayor who's opted to sign his, and so it'll be up to each individual to determine how they're going to handle that increase. But I think the general sentiment is that the 2% increase, while well-intended, this increase for the mayor and council is simply a consequence that we really didn't anticipate. So many of us are taking steps to decline that increase because that wasn't the intent of an across-the-board increase. So before anybody starts to try to spin that and make a big deal out of it, I did want to make sure that we spoke to that in our comment section. Okay. All right. Clerk, would you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the ordinance, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
No.
We have one no. Motion carries to adopt the ordinance.
Okay. The nuisances on property at 24.
I'm sorry, under unfinished business, can I bring this up at present?
Sure.
Under unfinished business?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. President, I would like to reconsider an action that was taken at last week's meeting, September 18th. It's in regard to assessing a grass cutting lien on property at 309 Knocklula Drive in District 7. I'd like for there to be a delay so that Public Works Committee can meet and hopefully clear up some confusion and decide what should be done about the lien. I move to reconsider resolution number R47-18. I need a second.
Second.
Okay.
Call the vote.
We have a motion and a second to consider. Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to reconsider the former action, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries to reconsider.
And Mr. President, I would also want to mention last week's vote to reconsider resolution number R394-18, which assessed a grass cutting lien on property at 13 Comnock Avenue in District 6. There was a change of ownership on that property, and it will also be discussed in the Public Works Committee meeting so that a final decision can be made. This is simply to clear up and help us in future transactions.
Second.
Okay. Clerk,
It's already been rescinded.
He just mentioned it.
Yes, I just wanted that in the record.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
All right. So there's no need to vote on 13 Comnock Avenue.
No.
And I will say that we are going to have whoever's chairman of the Public Works Committee in this next, after this election's over, I'm hoping they'll have the meeting sometime in November on all this.
Okay. All right. The nuisances on property at 2421 East Meagan Boulevard have been abated by the owner. Therefore, no action by the council is needed. This is the time and place as advertised to conduct a public hearing, allowing anyone to speak in opposition to or in favor of a resolution ordering abatement of nuisance on property at 608 Wawana Street in District 3. The Rosalind A. Robinson being the last known owner. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution?
Excuse me, sir. I had a question.
Sir, if you would,
I'm sorry.
just please give us your name and address, please.
My name is Michael Radford, and I'm the personal representative for the estate of Willie Jane Walker in reference to item number 9, which was the hearing for the property on 2421 East Meagan. I didn't hear any thing was supposed to be moving forward, but I'm here because I got the letter, and once I became aware of the letter, I terminated the rental agreement of the people that was residing there, and they have been evicted, but that's the reason I'm here. So I know that you're supposed to be making a decision on that, so that's the reason I came
Was this
forward.
2421 East Meagan?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, that's, we have it noted here that the nuisance has been abated by the owner, so there's no action on the part of the council needed.
Okay,
So we didn't take any action as it relates to that property.
okay, am I free to go?
Yeah. You're good.
Three. Said Willie 3.
All right, again, as it relates to item 10, the property at 608 Wawana Street in District 3, Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition?
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
I'm Rosalind Robinson, and I own the property at 608. I'm no longer living there, however, I do want to be able to get my items out of my home before it's abated, and I'm asking for time to do that. I have had sickness and death in my family, which is in Huntsville. So I'm up and down the road a lot. I don't have much time here, but I do ask you to consider that.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Roslyn. You will have adequate time. Please be sure to touch base with Mr. Harbison, and he'll work with you on that. But
Oh, okay.
you'll have plenty of time.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to speak in opposition? Does anyone wish to speak in favor?
Mr. President, I'm Brian Harbison with the Building Department. We started our case in October of 2017. There have been no improvements. There are no permits to improve, and we're asking today for a resolution to abate. And I would like to assure Ms. Robinson, and I'll discuss this with her in private, that she will have more than enough time to get her personal belongings out. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Harbison. All right, what is the pleasure of the council?
We're gonna, I'm gonna go and ask to abate the nuisance.
Second.
Okay. Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries
I
to
do want
adopt.
say something, though. Okay, because I did speak with her, we've been talking this morning, and she wanted an extra 30 days to get her things out. But after talking with Mr. Harbison this morning and the council, and the building department, you're gonna have plenty of time to be able to go ahead on and do it. And we went on and had the public hearing, we won't have to come back and do it again. So you'll have plenty of time to take it out, because right now Public Works is working over at by the vineyard, getting some land ready for something else. So you'll have ample time. So thank you.
Okay. All right, the nuisances on property at 414 24th Street North have been abated by the owner. Therefore, no action by the council is needed. Our next public hearing is a resolution ordering abatement of nuisance on property. Yes. Now, ma'am, just to make sure that we're clear, we didn't take any action. Our records indicate that the nuisances that existed there have been abated, so we're not taking any action as a council today. Okay,
That's clean.
yeah, so you're fine. Okay, okay. Our next public hearing is a resolution ordering abatement of nuisance on property at 108 North 26th Street in District 6, State of Alabama, and the rights of redemption of Jason Olden, Kimberly Olden, and Kimberly Page Martin being the last known owners. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution? Does anyone wish to speak in favor?
Mr. President, this case involves a commercial building in the Alabama City area. We filed our case in February of this year. There have been no improvements. There are no permits to improve. and we're asking today for a resolution to abate this nuisance. Thank you.
What is the pleasure of the council?
Move to abate.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
We have 7 public hearings today regarding assessing liens for grass cutting work that have already been, grass cutting work that's already been performed. This is the time and place as advertised to conduct a public hearing, allowing anyone to speak in opposition to or in favor of a resolution assessing a nuisance abatement lien on property located at 1506 Meadowbrook Avenue in District 1. Albert Green, care of Kimberly Green, being the last known owners. The amount is $316. Is there anyone who would like to speak in regards to this resolution? The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Our next public hearing is for property at 411 Nunnally Avenue in District 1. Diana R. Burris is the last known owner, and the amount is $196. Is there anyone present who would like to speak about this location? The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved. Second.
All right, clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
The resolution concerning 1421 Paradise Avenue has been removed from today's agenda due to questions regarding the address. A new hearing will be scheduled at a later date. Our next public hearing is for property at 1004 Penny Street in District 3. Margie Lee Frazier and others are the last known owners, and the amount is $316. Is there anyone present to speak about this location? The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Our next public hearing is for property at 919 Odell Avenue in District 5. Air 7 LLC and Snowbird Global LP are the last known owners, and the amount is $136. Is there anyone present to speak about this location? The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Our next public hearing is for property at 2811 Cameron Street in District 6. Shirley Jean Smothers is the last known owner, and the amount is $136. Is there anyone present to speak about this location? The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Our last public hearing is for property at 2116 Norris Avenue in District 6. Joyce Pinkert is the last known owner, and the amount is $136. Is anyone present who would like to speak about this location? The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Item number 20 is a resolution awarding bid number 3388 for guardrails. There were no bids submitted, therefore the city engineer has negotiated with Alabama Guardrail, Inc. for unit prices. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Item number 21 is a resolution authorizing agreement with Mary Gillian Hamrick, England, to provide art classes at the Gadsden Museum of Art, with 30% of the monthly gross proceeds being paid to the city. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
New business, is there any new business?
Okay, I have one. This is a resolution authorizing agreement with CDGB Engineers and Associates to perform design services associated with the site development for the Buffalo Wild Wings development. I ask for unanimous consent to consider.
Second.
Okay, clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to consider the resolution today as an item of new business, let it be known by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, consent has been granted.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Okay, is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
All right, is there any more new business? All right, department reports, committees, boards. Citizens' request, Mr. Blackwell.
To introduce myself, my name is Kevin Blackwell, not to be confused with my brother. I want to thank the council again for this opportunity to speak. I'm here today to invite not only the council, but those that are here and those that are listening on TV. We're having an open house on October 16th from 11 to 1 at the old Gadsden High School. That's 607 South 12th Street. We are the SPAN program, formerly known as the City program. We've been in the Gadsden area since 1981. That's 37 years we've been in your area. The majority of people don't even know that we exist. We work with the at-risk youth in your area. Without us, some of these kids would probably be living a life of crime or being in jail somewhere. We probably served over 1,500 youth so far since 1981. Your program, so I'm going to call it your program, the SPAN program, is #1 in the state of Alabama. There's been 8 other programs like ours. The one in Gadsden was the first. There's 8 other counties that have a SPAN program. The one in Gadsden serves the most youth. We have the most GEDs. We have the most return to school. Right now we have 26 kids on roll. We have served 97 students so far this fiscal year, which is up from 77 the year before that and 63 the year before that. So there's definitely a need in this area for the youth in the Gadsden area that are having problems with academics, behavior, whatever the area is. The SPAN program is there to help them out. We've never asked our students to provide supplies. We take care of that. For those kids that are 15 years and older, we make sure that they have a driving permit. We'll take them ourselves if we have to and pay for it. So you have people that are driving on your roads legally. If a kid does not have clothes for a job, we'll take them to make sure they have clothes they need for an interview. And that's after we actually teach these kids how to interview, how to present themselves to an employer. I didn't mention this earlier, but we're also finalists for Nonprofit of the Year for the Chamber. So after 37 years, we've been recognized as Nonprofit of the Year. I'm sure all programs deserve that. For us to be a finalist is a really big award for us to have. For our students, we help them obtain a GED, credits to get back in school in their appropriate grade, jobs. Whatever the goal that student has is what we will strive for them to accomplish. We want every single student that comes to our door to be successful, regardless of what they've done in the past. And it's not our concern of what they've done in the past. Our concern is what they're going to do for the future. So we ask for all those who have the opportunity to come by on October 16th to support this program, to support our students. Our students are the ones taking the community on the tour of the program. So you have the opportunity to talk to them about what we're doing. It's not some staff that's going to walk you through and give you some nice little rainbow discussion about what we're doing. You're going to hear from the students themselves. So if you have that opportunity, lunch will be provided for you. Talk with them, see what's going on, and please be supportive of this community that works with these kids in this area. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Blackwell.
Mr. Blackwell, I know your brother now, so you know he'll hear about all this conversation you have about him, right?
Just make sure you let him know I'm the better looking Blackwell. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Blackwell. We appreciate the hard work, and many of us, as he referenced, many of you may remember the evolution of that program from when it used to be the city program, and now it's the Etowah County SPAN program. So we appreciate all the hard work that you continue to do, and thank you for filling a vital need in the community. Remarks by the mayor and council. Mayor? Okay.
I'd just like to continue to announce the District 1 September the 29th, Saturday, at the Tea Room. Come for the community celebration and unity, 5 to 8 p.m. September the 29th at the Tea Room downtown.
Thank you, Dr. Toles. Councilman Eccles.
I just want to remind everybody to please go vote on the night.
All right, thank you. Councilman Worthy?
Okay, yes. I know a lot of people say I vote no on everything because I vote against the budget, but it's a reason why I vote no. Because I'm going to always vote my conscience and what I think is right for my community. We asked for several things for Tuscaloosa Avenue area, and we asked for the same stuff last year, and we didn't get it. And also, I went over about the firefighters and police pay last week, so I'm not going to go over that again, the entry-level pay and all of that. But that is the reason why. So if you want to know why I voted no, that's why. Thank you.
Okay. Councilman Billingsley?
Yes, I'd just like to say, I don't agree with everything you see in the budget, but I'm not going to hold up a budget for just small, minor things. I mean, there's a lot of things in this budget, and people have a choice to look at it and read it, and like you say, vote their conscience. And that's basically why I voted, because I think a lot of things are in there that need to be done for this city, and I just agreed with that, so that's why I voted for the budget. That's it.
All right, thank you.
I just want to remind everybody, the first Tuesday of every month, 5 to 6:30 at Banks Park, we have a community meeting. It's been going on for about 2 or 3 years at the same time. Just wanted to refresh that on everybody's memory. Also, October the 25th, to be Treats on Wall Street. Make sure you get there early. Starts at 5 till 7. There'll probably be between 3,000 and 5,000 kids there and grown-ups. So we're looking forward to seeing y'all there October 25th.
All right, thank you. Councilman Reed?
Chairman, I think it's a good budget, and I think we're going to continue to move forward with it. That's the way I think. The other thing is the venue opening tonight. Would you like to say something on that? Time in at 5 to 7 tonight. The venue. Be sure. Everybody come by tonight, 5 to 7, the venue needs to get it.
That's across the river where the old Kevlar property used to be. Where the venue is. The big surprise, pleasant.
All right, yeah, so as was stated this evening, 5 to 7. Physical address is 201 George Wallace Drive. It's an open house for the community. There'll be live music from the Gadsden State Show Band. And there'll be tours, light snacks, and light horse dovers or hors d'oeuvres. So, I mean, I think it'll be a good event, and I think, people will be pleasantly surprised, I think, with how much this building does not look like an old Kmart building. A lot of work's been put into it, and again, I think it's going to be a landmark location in the city. Okay. I also just want to take an opportunity. I mean, again, I think this is I mean, we've got Jordan Veazey, who was with, throughout the duration of training camp, was with the Tennessee Titans. He's a former Gadsden City athlete who's now moved on to the Canadian Football League, so he's in the CFL competing. Obviously, we see Drake Kirkpatrick on television quite a bit. And there are a number of others of our young people that are competing, both at the post-secondary level and at the professional level. But I had the privilege. I was traveling last week and had the opportunity to attend the Ohio State Tulane football game. And we have a young man that plays with Tulane from this area. His name is Darnell Mooney. And if you remember him from Gadsden City High School, he has a twin brother that's at Miles College as well. Darnell is the premier receiver for Tulane University. He and against Ohio State, Ohio State's first team defense and the best and brightest in the country. If you follow NFL football, you know that Ohio State's probably got 8 to 10 all-pro level defensive backs playing in the NFL. And they've got several on that team now that'll be playing on Sundays. Darnell completed that game with 8 receptions for 77 yards against the first teamers at Ohio State. We have somebody to be proud of. I was really proud of him at that game, and I wanted to just take the opportunity to recognize him and to let his family know that I got to witness it, and he's doing well. He's doing really well, and again, he's a great young man. So again, I wanted to tip my hat to him. If there's nothing else, I'll entertain.
I got a question. Did you, tradition at Ohio State, did you see them dot the I?
Yeah.
The band performs, you know.
Yeah.
And it's really a big deal. And then everybody stands up and one person goes around and finishes up when they spell Ohio.
Yeah, it's
time.
actually pretty interesting. Yeah. But even more so than that, I got a chance to attend what's called a skull session.
Okay.
And the band actually conducts. They pack out the old basketball arena, and it's just band people. And they had alumni weekend for the band. And so there was some folks from the 30s, from the 20s and 30s that were out there marching, and I thought they were gonna lose this one guy because he was struggling, but it was just good to see all of those band alumni come out, and of course one of the things that drew me to the game was it was Urban Meyer's first public appearance since being suspended, so I got a chance to see him and the players at a pep rally. So that was.
I had a buddy in Nationwide Insurance School one week, and a couple of us went up there, and they were talking about dotting the I. We didn't know what they were talking about. And at Alabama and Auburn games, you see people going around saying need to, got to, and all that tickets. We were going around doing that, trying to buy some tickets, and people were looking at us like we was crazy. There was nobody doing that. We did get 2 tickets and go in.
Hey,
Can I say something bad about Ohio? When I was growing up, I used to listen to radio, WCKY in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nobody up there could spell Cincinnati in one sentence. And he'd always say, this is Cincinnati, Ohio. That's O-H-I-O. That's all he could spell.
Mr. President, since you are talking about bronze, I'd like to talk about brains. Gadsden City High had 7 merit scholars, semifinalists. So 4, I'm sorry. They had 4. So besides football, we got some people that had some brains here in the city also.
That's right. That's right.
And I say that because even though he's with us, Mr. Roberts' son is one of them. So we'd like to congratulate them.
Yeah, he got that from his mama.
Money well spent.
All right. If there's nothing else, I entertain a motion that we adjourn.
So moved.